So Collision was last night's Slam Dunk Sunday, which was obviously a part 2 to what was on Saturday, the Slam Dunk Saturday. So only an hour show, and we got 4 matches to talk about. Not as heavily, not as balanced, I would say, as Saturday, but still a good show non-regardless. Let's get on with it, because it's not a bad show. So our first match of the night was the tag match between Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong versus you had against Jay Lethal and Lee Johnson. Now, the match was actually pretty good. I didn't Blake Christian come out with them. It was not a bad match. It was quite a good match, in all honesty. Cassidy and Roddy have a great chemistry. It's nice to see Cassidy have this more aggressive partner rather than, you know, Well, Briscoe's more lively, but I wouldn't say he's as aggressive as Roddy. And Roddy's just all-time, what do you expect? Lethal looked good here. I didn't expect Lethal to look this good. And nice to get a Lee Johnson basic show out without Blake Christian. Even though Blake Christian was there, you get my point. Lee Johnson looks really good. Solid match, solid chemistry between the two teams. Not really much of note. I mean, the backbreak is what you expect. The DDT. I love their finish where essentially, because they have in the last match, I didn't know this consistent thing, the Roddy will get the finish, and then he'll just basically grab Cassidy and just throw Cassidy up to get the pin. I really like that. I think that's really funny. I don't know why, I really like that. Yeah, solid match. I really do enjoy it. It's nice to see Roddy and Cassidy actually have great chemistry just off the bat. It's like, that's what I really like about this. Yeah, without Kyle, I don't know where Kyle is, that's another discussion, but it's like, you know, Roddy has something to do. As much as I prefer Roddy as a singles guy, this is a really good angle to go down, especially not in just terms of a turn or just match-wise. It looks good. I'd like to see more of Lee Johnson without Blake Christian. I think you could push those guys singles, definitely, especially for like little one-off matches. Jay Lethal works with them, actually. I didn't expect him to work this well. He still is a bit of a unk, you know, like, unk, what are you doing? But it actually quite works. I enjoyed this more than I expected. I really did. The match was fine. Match was solid, you know what I mean? Good chemistry. It had a great pace to it. It really did, in terms of the speed. It was quite quick. But, you know, not, you know, overly quick, where nothing really felt weighty. After the match, though, so Roddy gets the mic. This is huge. And he goes, listen, like, you know, basically cuts a promo and says, I think I owe all you apology. My behaviour's been awful since my friend Kyle asked me to join the conglomeration, and I now want to announce I'm in the conglomeration. Pop. Not a big pop, because it's still in fucking Fresno. Fresno sucks. And then the dogs, well, David Finlay and Clark Connors, appear on screen, and they call out Roddy and Cassidy, saying this isn't over between them two. They don't know what they've started, essentially. I don't think I like the fact that Finlay and Connors are going to be the ones in the tag and not Gabe and Connors. Don't get me wrong, I think all three could be singles, but Gabe and Connors works more as a tag, and Finlay on his own. That feels natural. It feels like if you're going to do the opposite of that, it doesn't really make sense to me. But what do I know? I assumed it wasn't over. I just hope... Honestly, I think it should be Gabe and Connors rather than Finlay and Connors. Finlay's the bigger deal, in my opinion, and the better wrestler. But either way, I mean, it's something to do. I like the match. I like the developments. It gives them something to do, like I say. There's no real complaints here. I enjoyed this. After this, we actually got the Divine Dominion in their squash match against the indie talent, whose name will be on screen, I think. This match was just it's a showcase, what you expect. I mean, the Divine Dominion do have better chemistry. It is growing. I don't prefer it to Megan Bayne and Penelope. That felt better. The kicks are the main spot here, really. A lot of grabs. You know, they have a good chemistry, which is the main thing. But as an actual match, I mean, there's nothing really to write home about. I mean, it's not really... The thing is with the Divine Dominion, I'm happy that it's off... It's off the Babes of Wrath. I was thought they'd get a promo here today. They don't. But, so I was kind of just... I'm glad that it's off them, but I just feel like... I'm not into the Lena Cross with Megan Bayne yet. I feel like that they need a third to mediate it, maybe, but I don't know. I preferred Megan and Penelope. I know it's just subject to change. But point is, not that I don't like Lena Cross as a wrestler, I do. I just think the Penelope had much more mileage. But the match was fine. They look good. It's a better show out. Don't tease nothing for the future. I think they should. I don't know. Honestly, for me, they should have squash matches like this for like 2-3, maybe 2 weeks, and then have it like basically a decent match, like what basically happened with the Inspiration, where it was a squash match, but not. They need to have a squash match against someone notable, not just indie talent, which is no disrespect, but you get my point. It's a bit more of like an oh shit moment. That's what needs to happen for me. But either way, Showcase, fine. Divine Dominion. I don't like the name. Weirdly, I do not like the name. But either way, it's better than the Babes of Wrath. I will say that. Genuinely, hand on heart, it is. After this, though, we actually get our Tommaso Ciampa versus Lio Rush and his brand new gimmick match. This match was great. This was probably it's not my match of the night, but it was really fun. Lio Rush, selling this evil, it's so fucking weird. It's so good. He's got this, obviously got the bald head and the weird eyes, and he's got the donkey gallop. He's constantly smirking like this. Looks insane, and it's the constant weird cries. He's fucking nuts. It looks like he's I don't know, he just looks fucked. Frankly, I love it. I really do like Lio Rush here. Ciampa's what the fuck, but still beats the fuck out of him. As a match, it's actually quite good. It's a really quick pace. I didn't realize how much I miss Lio Rush. I don't want to say he's completely transformed his entire wrestling style. He hasn't, but he's still quick, but it's not as high flying focused. The movement's excellent. Ciampa, it's a great chemistry between the two. It really is. Yeah, it's a great chemistry between the two. It really is. As a match, I really enjoyed it. It's not really much to go home about. I would like to see more of Lio Rush on Collision. I think he'd definitely get a lot more mileage out of it on Collision. I think he's really fun. I don't know why. This really clicks with him. He really works with it. It's just he's giving it his all, and you can tell. The presentation for both guys, as you expect, Ciampa does get the win, which I do, obvious, but they don't really make. Lio Rush could definitely do something. I don't know what it is. Lio Rush feels fresh. It feels like a fresh take and a fresh style of wrestling now, and I really enjoy that. I like Lio Rush anyway, but this really works for me. I really enjoy this, and it makes him stand out. For me, I think it's hard to get these creepy quote-unquote gimmicks over now, the Bray Wyatts, the Undertakers, people like that. I feel like even the Sisters of Sin don't really make it work. This works. This just works because it's not more creepy. It's just he's a fucking weirdo, and he's a great wrestler. But I really enjoy this. Lio Rush steals the show here. He's excellent. You want to see more of him after watching this. Definitely keep more. This is a really good match. And frankly, Ciampa makes it work, obviously, but Ciampa if they'd done a weird little detour of Ciampa Lio Rush having this Bray Wyatt, John Cena type of thing, I won't be against it. But either way, I really enjoyed this. I thought this was really good. I really enjoyed Lio Rush. He's excellent. Just after this, we get a Swerve and Kenny 2 hype package with MJF. Just basically a Dynamite hype package, nothing fancy. And then we get our main event, which is Mystico and Jet Speed, Mr. Cock, defending their titles against the newly won trios titles against a fucking stacked match. Takeshita, El Clan, and Josh Alexander. Now, I will want to say Josh Alexander appears to get injured here, which sucks. I'm very upset about that. But the match was great. It really is mainly set on El Clan versus Mystico, and I'm not against that at all. We don't get too much Mystico versus Takeshita in minutes, which is what it is. I would like to see that, but I feel like that could be built. Kevin Knight looks great. Speedball, they all look great, obviously, as you expect. But Kevin Knight is mainly the other guy that gets a lot of showcase. It feels like it's Mystico, El Clan, and Kevin Knight that are really the ones pushed. And then, obviously, Josh Alexander, unfortunately, I think he gets injured after the Speedball knee bump. And then, essentially, you've got Takeshita and Speedball, and obviously, Josh Alexander, unfortunately, injured. But, they take the lesser reins of the match. Mystico's so over. Even in Fresno, the crowd he knows how to command the crowd. It's still not the greatest crowd because Fresno's awful, but it's a solid ass crowd where it's it builds, it knows it's built, and I really enjoy that. What I thought was great was they really put focus on Kevin Knight being the guy who's getting mentored from Mystico in a way. I don't know what it is. Mystico clearly has this weird good relationship with Kevin Knight, and I think that's excellent. Mystico's excellent. I mean, what you expect. The crowd love him. He's fucking incredible. The movement for the guy. I think he's 40. He's over 40, I think, and he's just still going. He's insane. The Mystica does get the pin. Well, the Mystica gets the pin. Yeah, it does. I was going to say Kevin Knight gets the pin. He gets the UFO. Kevin Knight does weird. He does this once UFO, which isn't that high, and he just stops me there. It's weird. Just because he knows he's gonna miss or some shit. I don't know, but the match had a great little energy to it. It really did. This was probably my match of the night. It really was. I don't know what you expect with Mystico. It always is going to be for me. But it was solid. It was a great defense. It went right to the wire too. It really did. I feel like the 1 hour shows, as much as I like them, they do help. They do kind of curse the talent for time. But it is what it is. What I enjoyed really much was the energy in terms of the match itself. I would like to see El Clan versus Mystico singles. I think that has to happen to me. I feel like that's a necessity on AEW now. Even in CMLL, you could do that as a singles. I wouldn't be against that. Mystico and Jet Speed do retain the belts, which was fun. It was a good match. It really was. And yeah, that's how Collision ends. Not really. What I thought was weird, they don't really present Takeshita as Takeshita in a way. Like, he's just, it's kind of like what Okada's been doing, and I kind of like it, where they can just fill in, but they're still like, you know, they're not stealing the show because who they are. It's fun. It's a great way, and it just shows their versatility. But as a match, really fucking good. Really enjoyed it, and solid main event. Definitely match of the night. So yeah, that's how Collision actually ended. Solid card. Honestly, to speak about the 1 hour splits between each show, Saturday and Sunday, I'm not against this. I actually really like this. I think it's a lot more digestible. Obviously, I've got bias, but like, I like it. I think it's a lot more. It makes your weekend have a bit more stuff to watch, stuff to enjoy across the weekend. Yeah, it's pre-taped and it's in Fresno, so there's the bad part. But in general, it's sound. I like it. I like it a lot. This one wasn't as good as Saturday's, I will say. Saturday's was more consistent and had a bit more of a balance. Like I said, with the promos, there was War Dogs promo, that was it. So that was it, really. The matches, I mean, across the both nights, I mean, some good-ass matches, not really any bad matches. It felt good. It felt a lot more lesser, but not in a bad way. It was just lesser in terms of, okay, we're going to split it, but we're not going to make it a bad show. They could have easily copped out and made this ass, but they never. They could have made this promo fest, and they never, and I really appreciated that. It's a really decent showing throughout the weekend. I don't think I'll like this full time, but every once in a while, I wouldn't be against it. It's really solid, and yeah, the main event for both nights were great, but this one, I don't know. I think Saturday's card was better, but if you put them together as one card, it's an excellent Collision, and that's the main thing. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Collision this week across the both days. I'm not as in-depth on this one because, honestly, it was just a bit harder to focus. I feel like that's on me. But as a card across both nights, it was really good. What did you think of it? How do you prefer it? And, frankly, what's your opinion on Collision? And, yes, thank fuck we're out of Fresno from now on.